Anybody out there? Say hello in the chat if you are.
Yes, we're
Yes, we're live. Yay!
Awesome,
awesome, awesome, awesome.
So hello, my
friends.
Both
in
YouTube land
and
my
gorgeous patrons on Patreon who are joining me live through Zoom.
Ta-da! We have
something
here that's possible to paint on.
So
if you guys would like
to come and
tell me in the chat what would you
like me to paint on, that would be awesome.
And I will
start thinking about
colours and stuff. What have we got?
All those sorts of things.
How's everyone be?
How's everyone be? There was no drops in the house.
Good
Good
evening,
evening, sweet lovely.
The sun is rising here. The sun is sitting there. What magic
can we create together on opposite sides of the world? So
I'm back.
I'm here.
Hello. And Doug reminded me to take my rings off.
I'm going to do that while I'm talking to you.
Hey, Gail.
Hey, Gail.
Hey, Karina.
Hey, Karina.
Yes, Mum is doing
so much better. She is
basically
better than she was before she got pneumonia. So that's really exciting.
Maybe that's because they discovered that she has heart condition that she's had since a child, as well as her lung condition she's had since a child. So when they discover you've got a ongoing heart condition, kind of can open up new ease in the body. Isn't it fun? Hey, Daniela. Do you know
Daniela was actually the name I was going to give my daughter if I ever had one.
Obviously, there's no
spirits out there going, I want to be called Daniela. Because they didn't come.
Anyway. Hey, Margaret.
Hey, Stacey.
I have an echo.
Well, your son's got long enough hair. He could be a girl.
Yes, Aiden does have very long hair.
It's like,
if he was a girl,
it'd be past this bra line, but he's not a girl.
I have an echo.
Why do I have an echo?
Let me
just check that out. Microphone is on. Is this any better? Let me know when the echo goes away. I can only see sound coming in from one. I see what's happening. Okay, cool. Let's get out of that.
Okay, so that should have stopped the echo. Sorry about that, guys. I was testing the Zoom, so you guys are hearing me talking through Zoom as well as through YouTube. You would have heard Doug quite clearly, which is quite cool. The pick in smaller window is 1 second before the major screen. I can't fix that. Sorry, that's it actually is like a microsecond behind in my time. Yeah, no echo. Yay! Thank you, Ava. All right. What else is possible? So welcome everyone, and let's get to picking things to paint on. Karina's already in. Yay! She's voted for the large canvas. So we've got a large canvas, a small canvas, a full-size record, and a single-size record. What do you want to paint on? Did a whole heap of colour mixing the other day too, so I've got lots of colours mixed up and ready to play, although they might be a bit thick because I haven't gone back and what are the surfaces? Canvas, record. You know, like music records. You put on a turntable. See? Hole in the middle. Grooves on the side. I don't have any tiles, sorry, but the records I could do. These are canvases. This one's still got its plastic cover on it. I have a vote for a record. Where did I go? Oh, at my other. Oh no. Doug. Ah! No! Hold on, guys. I've lost him. Ding, ding, ding. Meeting start. I am so sorry, Doug. Sorry. When I shut off the computer version of it, it was the host, and it decided it needed to forget about you. Sorry. Alright, I'm back. I hope. Talk to me, Doug.
Why should I talk to you? Cancel the meeting on me.
I love you. Sorry. I didn't realize the computer had taken over the hosting of the Zoom. So when I turned that off, it turned the whole Zoom off. Sorry, guys. Alright. Purple Snowdrop is, of course, asking for purple. Silver, iridescent, green, and pink, please. Oh. Gail says silver, teal, and purple. I've done a lot of that sort of color combo. Oh, I should show you what we did last time. That's a good idea. Great thinking. Hello.
Hey, Kathy.
Kathy, we can hear you. Hi. We can hear whatever else is going on in your background too. So this is what we did last time, guys. It's so pretty. I so love it. And its gold came out really nice. And here's the little one. I'm not so fussed on this one. It's kind of gone a little bit ziggy-zaggy in the cells. But yeah. Anyway, I do love this one. This one's like a new fave. And I dipped my little kiwi. Where are you? Come on. Focus. Camera's not focusing. Oh, there we go. Can you guys see that? Hope so. Anyway, that was last time. It was nearly a month ago that we did this. It was the 4th of June, New Zealand time. But my month has been a magical, wonderful, exceedingly busy time. So I apologize for all the lack of videos through there, but I'm trying to get at least one out a week. I have got website builds coming out the yin yang. I've got all sorts of stuff happening. See, we've got purple and teal, and it's gold instead of silver. So alright, so we've got quite a few votes for Purple Snowdrop's colour combo. Alright, purple, silver, iridescent, green, and pink. Alright, so green. Like grass green or Viridian hue green? I'm not sure. I don't think I've got any Viridian hue mixed, actually. I've got some, but oh no, I do have a little bit. Ava says, what silicone do I use? I use Durex Play Perfect Glide, the pink and black, but I have a feeling they're actually discontinuing it. It's starting to be not available. Like, they're going to a gel instead of the oil. It's a personal lubricant, Perfect Glide, you know, but it says dimethicone, and it's the only ingredient. Dimethicone or silicone are the names of the ingredient you're looking for. Apparently there's hair serums that have dimethicone in it that you can get. Doug, didn't you find a brand of lubricant that has it, that's not this one?
Astroglide.
Astroglide. Who's that put out by?
Astroglide.
Oh. That's a brand of, is it? Okay. See how knowledgeable I am on these things.
I found it at Walmart.
You found it at Walmart. Okay, cool. Awesome. If you're in the States, Walmart. Go to Walmart, Astroglide. Oh, I just thought of a really funny scenario. If you're embarrassed, you wouldn't do this if you're embarrassed, you'd do it because it was funny. If you're embarrassed to go and buy your own, find some handsome young man in the aisle and say, would you mind doing this for me? Would you pay for this for me? I'll give you the money and you can pay for it. And then follow him through the checkout and then go up to him and go, did you get it? Really loudly so everyone thinks that you're Oh, sorry, dodgy brain. That would be so funny. That's like YouTube worthy, that is. What's that?
I said you snorted.
I did snort. I do snort. Snorting's fun. I used to think it was a wrongness. Now I think it's a strongness. You know why? Because snorting makes other people laugh too. If they didn't think you were funny in the first place, they think your snorting's funny. So they laugh and it sounds like they're laughing at your joke. It's really cool. Anyway. Thank you, Gail.
I'd like to go find little old ladies and ask them if they think it would work.
So if this strange random man with a white dog comes up to you in the shopping centre with lubricant in his hand and asks, do you think it would work? Just say, hi, Doug. That's if you're an old lady, of course. Oh, that's so cute. Alright, I've heard that if you use a cheap priced base coat, your paint will crack. Alright, I used to have that problem. I use a very cheap house paint, and it's like insanely cheap, and it was crazzing. But I found that if you add a bit of PVA glue, like white school glue, in when you're mixing it, it just adds back some of the binders that if you thin paints out too much, they've got an amount of binder that's designed for their type of paint. And if you thin it out too much, like put too much water in, then those binders can't work and they will crack, they'll craze, they'll look weird. But by adding some PVA glue, and there's probably binders in, I think one of the GAC things, I don't know, I've never played with the GAC stuff, but I believe one of the GAC ones is binders, that's what it is. And what's the other one? Some of the pouring mediums, like the high quality pouring mediums, have binders in them. So by adding those in as you water it down, you're giving it back the binders while thinning it. Like you're giving it a big, you know what I mean. Mouth not working properly. Alright, so Ava's asking, anybody got any suggestions for silicone in the UK? Judy says, tried doing a record, it did not work. It did not work, does not give me enough information to give you any hints and tips on that, Judy. So
it was blotchy.
It was blotchy. Blotchy as in color-wise, or in the center where the... Oh, like in the center where the label is?
All over.
Huh. That's weird. Not like ridges like where the record plays, you meaning?
No.
Try again. Yeah. Sometimes it can just be the way you've mixed your paints that day. Honestly, it's don't always blame one thing. I would try again, because I've never had problems with that sort of thing unless my paints were weird. The record hasn't gone wrinkly, has it? Like if you turn it over, it's still flat on the other side. Okay, cool. So I'd say it's the paint, not the record. And if you're worried at all, you can perhaps wipe it down with some alcohol or wash it beforehand just to get any fingerprints from years and years of being put on and off. I know you're not supposed to touch records, but people do.
I'll try
that. And message me, Judy. You know, that's one of the hints and one of the cool things about being a patron. You can message me and go, this is what happened, help. I like your snorting, I think you meant. Yeah, I like it too. I used to get tickled in class when I was like 11 to make me snort. You know, silent reading, everyone's got their head in their book, and somebody come up behind me and tickle me, so I snorted. So that was about when I made it wrong. Then I got over myself. I spray my records white and then paint on them, says Pat. Cool. Purple Snowdrop says that in the UK I got some silicone for sports equipment. £4 on Amazon. Nice. I mean, when I first started, everyone was using treadmill silicone. So that's probably what you're talking about. GAC 800. Okay, cool. Thanks, Ava. When you talk about your house paint, do you mean wall paint? Yeah, I do. Where's my bucket? Under everything because I don't use it often. See? House paint. Interior, exterior, semi-gloss acrylic. So that's semi-gloss latex in American speak. And I mix that up, Floetrol, water, and PVA glue. And I've actually got a video somewhere on my channel that shows me doing this. But I do 2 big containers like this at a time. And then it just, as long as you keep the lids on, they last for ages. Lots of Q&A today. This is awesome. Did anyone decide whether we were doing grass green or Viridian hue with our purple and silver and stuff? let me show you the difference. So, one's a very blue-green and one's a very yellow-green. That one goes like spearmint when it gets hits white. Ava's saying, oh, right, sorry. Purple snowdrop, maybe grease. Oh yeah, that's what I said that. Michael's Arts and Crafts store puts out a quart-sized bottle of Flow acrylic. Is that just regular acrylic? Acrylic paint is another word for water-based that dries into a skin rather than watercolor, and not oil-based, really. That's kind of a very, very basic version of it. Don't hate me, Doug. I know you know about paint. But the Flow acrylic is designed already partly mixed. So there are brands bringing out paints that are pouring paints, and they're already into a consistency great for pouring. Then there's Flow paints, which are slightly thicker. Then there's craft paints, which tiny bit thicker again. And it's like different consistencies all the way up through to what I use, which comes in a tube like this, and when you pour it out, it stays in its shape. Okay. Now I've got a big blob of yellow that I didn't want. But anyway, see how it doesn't move? And some come even thicker than that. So hope that helps. It's different brands do different things, and I actually can't answer every question because I'm not even in the States, so I don't go there. We don't have Michael's in New Zealand. Oh, here comes the sun. Sun is rising over the trees. I
only use the Artist Loft Flow acrylics in the quart size.
Okay, cool. So there you go. Doug only uses the Artist Loft Flow acrylics in the quart size. So, and he makes some pretty cool stuff. So, you guys, this is one of the things with acrylic pouring is finding the brand and the recipe, the mix that works for you. And it's about play, experiment, try different stuff. If you are wanting to copy a particular artist on YouTube, find out what they are using. Use the same brand paint, the same brand pouring medium, all that stuff. Otherwise, even within PVA glues, there is a huge variation. You've got everything from really cheap craft stuff that you buy on Wish, through to high-end, highly expensive wood glue but you've always got to make sure that it dries clear. That's the biggest thing when you're using glue. Otherwise, look at me, I am blown out with sunshine. Oh, I can't see. There she is. She blows out her eyeballs and then can't read the questions. Sorry, guys. Anyway, Viridian Hue, Viridian Hue, Viridian Hue, Viridian Hue. Okay, blue-green, that's the Viridian. Alright, let's go with Viridian. So, we've got Viridian Hue, purple, silvery, iridescent, and there was another colour in there. Remind me, what was the other colour? Oh, no, scroll. Sunshine's too bright. Oops, sorry guys. There we go. What's your ratio for base coat? Honey, I have a video on that. It's about half paint, and then the other half is like 2/3 water, 2/3 Floetrol, and 1/3 PVA, roughly, I think, from memory. I asked the paint and poured whatever the paint tells me to pour on the day, so it's How do you transfer the paint from the big bucket into small containers? Well, I just pour it, and I do tend to get it everywhere. And for those of you that saw my little video on how to clean up your plastic bench space with white paint, that's because I was filling up my containers and I spilled it everywhere. So smear it out and let it dry, and then peel it off. If it's on plastic, it'll come up easy peasy lemon squeezy if you've got time to let it dry. Otherwise, use a ladle, or dip a jug in it, as if you when you make jam and you're transferring it from the preserving pan into your jars. Same method. Just transfer your knowledge from other areas, guys. I hope you've made jam. If you've never made jam, go make jam with real fruit and real sugar. It's good for you.
Not now.
Why not?
Later, go make jam.
Oh yeah, after the video. I use American. Cool. Lynn's got another option there. Pink was the other colour. Thank you, Purple Snowdrop. Well, no, not really, thank you. You know me in pink. How pink? Are we talking baby pink through to crimson pink? Lots of sun here in Tennessee, 90 degrees. Yay! I think we're having highs of about 17 C here, so it's not very warm. It's not very cold either, but hey, Regina. Alright, so we don't need that one, and we don't need that one that I've just mixed. So glad to hear you say the paint has the say of what's happening in a day. Explains why I have a quiet down day after hours and many pieces the day before. Absolutely, honey. Art is a creation, a co-creation. It's you, whatever you're painting on, you paint, the mix of the paint, like whatever you mix with the paint, all your tools, and the actual ending art piece that desires to be created. And you all have to be in harmony to get something that you love. And if you're having an off day, or the art piece is like not ready to be produced yet, like it's totally there you go, totally. How are we pouring? Pink, you choose. No baby pink. Good.
With the aid of gravity, that's how we pour.
With the aid of gravity. I love you. Why do you think I keep him around? That's awesome. Rose gold pink? Is that mixed gold into... I do. I've got peach. We could do peach. That's kind of a pink colour. Getting close to baby pink though. I could mix some crimson with some peach. What would that turn out like? iridescent and silver. Okay, cool. I heard you. Oops. It's going to be a long video, I think, guys.
It already is.
We're up to 36 minutes and I'm only just taking the lids off the paint. How's it getting any better than that? Need to put a disclaimer on the video.
Lots and lots of waffling.
Yeah, painting starts at 54 minutes and 33 seconds. Thank you, Brenda. Yes, she is much better. Thank you. Traveling ring pour. We have a ninja swipe. A ninja swipe? What's a ninja swipe? Have I missed something? I've been watching tiny home building videos lately. I mean, not other people's videos. So, what's a ninja swipe? Is that like? Wah, 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 wah. Is that what a ninja swipe is?
Ninja swipe is where you can't see it.
Oh, that's clever. You can't see it.
I have no idea.
But that was really clever. Swipe after traveling ring pour. We only do that if it's a really bad traveling ring pour. So, a traveling ring pour on a base of white, or a traveling ring pour with lots of white in it, or no white in it, or we're going with a traveling ring pour, by the way, because nobody else has come up with an intelligent answer. Yes, and then just
all my answers are intelligent.
To you, maybe, Doug. To you. I love you. I'm gonna mix some peach with some crimson and see what colour we get, and I might vomit, or I might use it, or I might vomit then use it. Not the vomit though. For those of you that are new, if you have little tins like this with smooth sides that you use regularly, like cat food or tuna tins, these are tuna tins. My family take tins of tuna to school and work in their lunch boxes, so if you use a, what are those things called? Seal cutting opener, rather than one that cuts through the metal, then you get a safety can opener, Doug calls them. There's a link to one in my Amazon shop link down underneath the video, and just to give you an idea of what you're looking for, guys. If you
Walmart, $8.
Walmart, $8. There you go. I'm really grateful to those of you that use the Amazon links. It's awesome, and they're not there for that purpose. They're there to show you, so I can say, go have a look at Amazon in my shop, and you can see what I use, and then go wherever you want to shop and buy it. And hey, if you buy it through Amazon and I get my little 4% commission without it costing you anything, thank you. But please don't see it as something that I expect. So it just makes a nice safe edge on both, but then you can put the lid. Alright, who just turned their microphone on? Someone just turned their microphone on, or tried to log on to. I need to stop this noise. Oh, thank you. Whoever.
I don't know why you did that.
It's called feedback. So it's like if I turned my computer onto Zoom as well, the sound would bounce between the two, and it would just like create a loop of that same sound going backwards and forwards, and the more people that talked, it would create more and more and more That's what happens. It's quite normal when it comes to microphones. No white in it. Okay. A big canvas with no white. I'm not sure we have enough paint for that. Might be iridescent medium and silver might be made.
Throw in some black.
No white, and not a lot of white. Oh, thank you, Ava. So a ninja swipe is where you do a puddle pour and then swipe it really quick with a lolly stick. Gotcha.
What's a lolly stick?
An ice block stick or something like that. Yeah. Anything, any form of stick. You can use credit cards to do those swipes, or yeah. Now I know what she's talking about. It makes a lot more sense. And now I understand why you're saying do a ninja swipe on the travelling ring pour. That would make more sense. The aliens have landed. I try to use the cans of cat food, but they are too tall. Yeah, they need to be those little single servey type expensive things that people do. And I don't recommend the ones with ridges down the sides either. I just don't like the idea of buying plastic to mix paint in and then throw it away. To me, that's just so not a gift to the planet. So let's take a little bit of peach and add a little bit of crimson red. And see what color we get. Things will be better with the aliens helping, won't it? Oh, that's quite a vibrant pink. I'm just still gathering my supplies for my first pour. Should I spray the back of my canvas with water just in case? I never have. The only time I've sprayed the back of my canvases was when, after they're dry, they've been stretched by leaning against something, and then I sprayed the back of them and dried with a hairdryer just to tighten the canvas back up. But I never spray the back. That's personal choice. Play with it. See what. I think that would go quite nicely with our purple, actually. Gonna make more. What is? Yeah. So in the UK, they're called popsicles, or ice blocks that we call them in New Zealand, as frozen lolly sticks. Frozen lolly. Hungry cat. Yes. Good. Just don't overfeed your cat. I use recycled paper cups or the bottoms of bottles or whatnot, paint containers too. Yeah, I mean, you'll see that all my paints are mixed in recycled jars and bottles and stuff. I just have a big point of view about throwing money away for a start off, as well as the planet. Alright, so we have our pink, we have our purple, we have our silver. Where's my iridescent medium? That's white. There it is. Yes, we have plenty. Awesome. Oh, that purple's really runny. That could be interesting. Okay, travelling ring pour. Are we putting silicone in this? Are we using a gravy jug to pour? I think we need to do a gravy jug. I can't use my dispenser.
We're gonna need a fair amount of paint, so yeah.
Okay. I took my gravy jug into the house, I think. Oh no, there it is. Should I use this gravy jug or this gravy jug? The bottom or the side? Jane says, can you stress how important it is to have a level surface? I put painting to dry on a surface that wasn't. Of course, it continued to flow. Yeah, absolutely. I use my floor. Then I don't have to worry about it. I know my floor is flat. And but then also the other thing with my paintings, it's got to, by the time I finish pouring, it's actually got to be a really steep slope for it to run off. Because my paint's not as thin as a lot of people paint, so the bigger one. All right, let's go with the bigger one. Oh, I must have had paint on the side of this lid. Oh, that's okay. Oh. Okay, the iridescent medium is going to have a slight tinge to it, but it's a matching tinge. It's okay. That is. When I said 54 minutes, I wasn't joking. Black gravy jug. Oh, okay, sorry. It's already been voted. I'm already doing it. So this is an 16 by 20 canvas. So 16 times 2 is 32, 320. We need an absolute bare minimum 300. Now I'll go with minimum of 400 mils of paint, which is about 10 ounces, somewhere around there. Okay. So we're going to go. Can you guys all see this? No. Center it up, Michelle. We're just going to start pouring paint. Oh, silicone. I'm going to put some silicone in the pink. Or should I just do it and then flick it? Hello? Why has everyone gone quiet again? Doug, Kathy? Oh, good. I thought I'd cut you off somehow. You're tired. It's late. Oh, my poor babies. Silver and pink.
Actually, I had my mic on. her phone on.
Oh.
That's what did the.
Ah. There you go. Naughty sister-in-law. This is going to be a lot of silvery colour. Where are we up to? We're at about 11 ounces. Got to allow the paint to stick on the sides of your container. You've got to allow for. So I did the calculation. So your square inch area of your canvas, but then also you've got to and then put a 0 on it and call it milliliters. Oops, don't pull the handle yet, Michelle. But then you need to allow for your edges, you need to allow for runoff, you need to allow for what gets left in the pot. That's why I said a minimum of 400. So 320 was enough perfectly to cover this canvas. But then you've got to also remember this is a messy job. Yeah, so let's see how it goes with that silicone. No, we're not flipping. We're doing a spiral pour. So this jug, you pull the handle and it opens a trapdoor on the bottom, which is great for traveling ring pours, but you guys don't really get to see it much. Let's go. Then I get to the point where the jug stops being useful. And
Is that like husband?
Is that like husband, says Doug? Maybe. Mine's still quite useful in many ways, so I haven't come across that scenario. Somebody out there might have had that experience though. Depends what you're choosing your husband for, really, I suppose. I'm really loving this patch in the middle, so my target is to make sure I've got enough paint for that to spread over, and my iridescent medium is going to be that. I don't want to lose that to fold over. Really got to be aware of fold over when it comes to acrylic pouring. Yeah, that's what happens to me too, Regina. I'm too busy looking at what I'm painting to read your comments, so that's totally fine. I was actually talking to the peeps on the Zoom, my beautiful subscribers on Patreon, because they've gone really quiet. And I thought I'd lost them again. That was not cool. Where am I? Yes, you'll be able to watch it later. Absolutely, it will be available on my channel. Come back soon. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like, all those funky things that YouTubers are supposed to say. Actually, if you hit the like before you leave, it'll be in your liked list and you'll be able to find it with ease. There you go. Hint and tip on using YouTube. Alright, shall we pour? I think so.
We've already poured. We tilt?
Oh, tilt. That's the word. Thanks. It's a lot of pink. I know, right? But it's kind of an orangey pink. It's not that harsh evil pink. I'm going to turn it around so that you guys get to see each corner as I'm working on it rather than being hidden behind my head. Okay, cheap canvases. There's cheap canvases and there's cheap canvases, guys. So some canvases are so cheap I agree, don't use those. But there's some canvases that are inexpensive. I'm gonna use that term. And inexpensive is very different to cheap. So does that make sense? Okay, I need to stop. I need to get a bit more paint on this last corner. Just picking up the runoff and putting it back on to help with the pulling effect. When you've got a large chunk of paint and it's running fast, it pulls that paint behind it. Oh, totally missed that corner. And it just drips off like that. Oh, wow. That is funky. And that is going to be shiny sparkly.
Where your hand is no paint on that corner.
This corner? Which hand?
Yep, that one.
Really? Yeah, there's plenty of paint. Okay. This is, can I go higher? This. I like that.
I think I see what Judy's talking about on the edge, on the corner.
Up here? Or
there's a white spot. There.
this corner here?
Correct.
Did I get it?
There's a white
Okay, it's actually got paint on it. It's just where, because it's a high point, it's run off, and all of the corners are doing that, so not too concerned. Love it. Bye, Kathy. Ooh, sun's cooking dinner. How did you get so lucky? I took the middle price class and I never had any problems. Cool. Geode vibe, it does. I agree. It's funky, and it's sort of almost like whirlpools here, like it sort of goes in, disappears into the ether. Oh, I love it. I love it. And it's sparkly. It's gonna be super sparkly because that's ain't no white in there, guys. That's iridescent median and silver. Oh dear. You alright? Is a paint for a girly room. You know what? My nephew would absolutely love it. He loves pink. He's not a girly boy either. He's a boy, but he loves pink. Much to his grandfather's utter disgust. It was the funniest stuff. This little boy, this baby boy, like, you know, 5-year-old, I want a pink school bag. I want a pink toothbrush. But it can't have Barbie on it. No girly girl stuff on it. Just had to be pink. Want pink. You know how it's hard it is to find pink gumboots that don't have a princess on them? It's not easy. It doesn't need any silicone. No, you are absolutely correct. It is beautiful as it is. It's actually got quite a bit of lacing kind of stuff happening in the purple, which is really quite funky. Let me see if I can get you down without cutting you off. Hold on. Sorry. This is what I was meaning by that. It looks like it's going down into a hole. Looks like an open cast mine, actually. That's what it looks like. Then you got some more. I'm going to remember to look at the computer screen as to what I'm showing you, because I'm seeing a lot more on my screen. That almost looks like oyster shells. And that's the light peeping through the curtains. Now there is air bubbles in this. I'm going to have to torch it. Doug, is there anyone else there with you at the moment?
I'm still there.
Oh, cool. Hi.
We're having a thunder and lightning storm, so I didn't want the noise to go.
Oh, thunder and lightning. Yay. I love thunder and lightning. We had one of those recently too. Just a quick, because there's no silicone in it, I'm not going to get cells, but I will get slight little pop marks. It's better than having giant caverns of holes in your paint. You're better to pop the bubbles now, where possible, there we go, there's a fingerprint mark there. I like it. I like it a lot. Pat says her grandson loves pink and he rides motocross. Cool. A lot of pink guys wear pink. Absolutely. Equal pink rights for all, says Margaret. Absolutely. Thanks for showing the cells. I couldn't see them. I love the cells. That inspired me to use more pinkish colours. Doug's been my inspiration on that. Very grateful to Doug for pushing my buttons enough until I can get over myself about pink.
Next it's going to be green and yellow.
Yeah, I'm getting there with green actually. It's not too bad. Yellow just doesn't mix well with others, I've found. I don't know, maybe it's the yellow I've got. Maybe it's too opaque in its colour. I don't know.
Looks like me, doesn't play well with others.
You like playing with yourself, do you, Doug? Oh. Sorry, dodgy comment. Don't need to answer that. It's great to see how many colours there looks like there is in it. It's brilliant. Thank you for sharing again, Michelle. My pleasure, honey. Have you ever thought of making an educational page where there are written instructions rather than videos? I saw one today that describes things like puddle pours and balloon smashes. I have been asked several times if I will write a book on how to do acrylic pouring, and I learned by watching, and I have written a book. Not a pouring book, but I've written my Unlocking Unhappy book, and I've got another book actually being written at the moment about parenting, but it's a lot of work, and this is my fun. So although I know there's probably a lot of money to be made by doing it, it's my fun, and it's not fun for me to write. The way I write books is I record them and then I get someone to transcribe them. So they literally sound like me talking, because that's what they are. So no, sorry, I don't have any plans to sit down and write a book or a blog post or anything like that. It's not fun for me. So glad you didn't put silicone in it. It's lovely as it is. Thank you, Margaret. Blue and beer, love the result, and I think it looks like oyster shells too. Yellow, the big weirdo. I don't like yellow either, says Purple Snowdrop. The only thing I like in yellow is yellow roses. I have a thing for yellow roses. Just so you all know, I'm the one that had the famous Mexican salsa pour. Nice. I would love to have a list of tips and yay, do the fun thing. Yeah, sorry, honey. Watch my videos and make your own tips, and then write a book inspired by me and give me half the profits. That'd be great. Actually, if somebody wants to co-create a book with me, if it's fun for you to write, talk to me. Yeah, my whole thing with painting is about me having fun. It's my outlet, and it's fun for me to talk to you guys and come play with you and record videos for you. It's not fun for me to write. Oh my god, I watched this woman for sewing called Peggy Sager's Silhouette Patterns, and there are people that watch her channel that have gone through every video, because her videos are so jam-packed with hints and tips and tools and stuff, and they've literally gone through, and this video at this time she talks about welt pockets, this video at this time she talks about installing zips, this video at this time she talks about I don't know, sizing your pattern for a big butt. You know, I adore her, but some people out there love making notes. So honestly, if there's somebody that would like to create that sort of list, I'd be so grateful. But it's got to be fun for you. Yay, I love my accent. Yay. Kiwis rule. What else, guys? We have been here for an hour and a quarter. And the last 20 minutes is the boring part. I'm going to have to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this video. If you only want the pouring, skip to. Alright, my beautiful peeps, thank you so much for staying up for me in the UK and all around Europe. I know Karina is in Germany. We have South Africa in the house, which is also on Europe time. And I'm so grateful you guys come play with me. I'm so grateful you guys have stuck with me during this time of lack of painting. It's an interesting time in the world. And by the way, for those of you that are new subscribers, I have had like 2,000 new subscribers in the last month, and so welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so grateful to have you here. Yes, come to New Zealand. That would be cool. How much fun can we have? I have had one visitor come to visit me. Please stay happy. Honey, happiness is just a choice, and if anybody ever tells you that it's not, send them to me. I have the tools for them to have that as a possibility. I adore you guys. So grateful, and I will take some close-ups and post these on the channel and on my website, on my Facebook page and Instagram and stuff. So yeah, come play, come have fun, and have fun for you. Whatever's fun for you, please do that. I adore you. Have fun. Bye bye.